Good morning. You can say good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
In the previous class, good morning, ma'am. In the previous class, I stopped with the concept learning and I'm discussing the concepts of the concept learning, right? So in the yesterday class, what happened means we took two algorithms. The first algorithm is related to the find yes. First algorithm is related to the find yes algorithm. In this algorithm, the first step is to initialize the most specific hypothesis. The most specific hypothesis will be having the null value representation, and you know that the hypothesis is going to be represented by lowercase h not equals to all null values. Okay, and the second step is iterations with these 6 parameters. The 6 parameters we will be calling as the instances, and they are represented by using the x values. So x1, the first attempt means that equals to sunny, warm, normal, strong, warm, safe. Right. So as the previous h naught values are all null values, so we cannot go with any other values. We are going to invoke the x1 values. We are going to invoke the x1 values. In the second h2 hypothesis, in the second iteration itself, we are having x2. In the x2 values, we are having the change in the third parameter, right? So that third parameter in the h1 is normal, and in the x2 the third parameter is high. Means this is specific. This h1 is specific. But as x2 is having change in the parameter value of the third parameter, so we are going to make this one as generic. Okay, so for that purpose, we represented that one as a question mark. Okay, so sunny, warm, question mark, strong, warm, safe. And we are ignoring the iteration 3. The reason is the player is not satisfied with the water sport. Okay, so we are ignoring the third iteration. That's why whatever the hypothesis you are having in the H2, the same hypothesis is going to be represented in H3 also. You know the table that here the player is not satisfied. That is enjoy sport equals to no. So as the player is not satisfied, we are not considering that particular instances that has happened when the player not satisfied. So it will be having the resemblance of the previous hypothesis. The previous hypothesis is sunny, warm, question mark, strong, warm, safe. The same thing will be considered as hypothesis 3, as it is not satisfying the player's interest. And the next one is iteration 4. As the player is satisfied, you are having yes. We will be having some change in the values. That is H3 values or these ones, and X4 iteration value is sunny, warm, high, strong, cool, and change. So as there is change in the values, so here already generic, high, whatever may be already it is generic. So the same high representations will be represented in the generic representations itself. Strong as it is exists, so strong as it is, and warm, cool, two different conditions. As we are having two different specific conditions, we can make that one as a single generic condition. So I had represented question mark. And same change. Here same exists. Here change exists. Means two different conditions. So what we are going to do? We are going to make that one as generic condition. So what is the final output for the hypothesis? H4, sunny, warm, question mark, strong, question mark, question mark. So this is the final output which we got by using the find yes algorithm. Okay, so the next one is related to the version space. In the version space, we will be using the candidate elimination algorithm. What is this version space means? We will be having valid hypothesis provided by different algorithms called as the version space. Okay, and these version space will be working with the hypothesis space and it is going to give the representations of the how many hypotheses, how many instances, what is the output. how it is going to give the specification. It is going to have two different boundaries, generic boundary and a specific boundary. So here in the version space, we are using the candidate elimination algorithm. So what is this candidate elimination algorithm? The candidate elimination algorithm is going to concentrate with the training examples as that of the previous finders algorithm. There is no change in that one. But here, the hypothesis is going to be derived from the examples, whatever may be positive or negative, it is going to consider. But previously, when the hypothesis is negative, the finders algorithm didn't use. Yes or no? In this algorithm, whether we concentrated on H3, whether we concentrated on H3 means whether we concentrated on the negative result in the finders algorithm. No. The reason is the candidate is not satisfied. The negative results are not concentrated by the finders algorithm. But in the candidate elimination algorithm, the results may be positive or negative. They will be taken into consideration and give the generic boundary and also the specific boundary. Okay. Now, so the first algorithm representation in the candidate elimination is the list then eliminate algorithm. So to obtain the version space, first of all, what we had to do? We had to take the list containing every hypothesis in H. We had to take the list, entire list, which is containing in the hypothesis in H. And we will be considering the training example x comma c of x. What is C? C is the target function. C represents the target function. X represents the source function. C represents the target function of the training examples. Training examples. Remove from version space any hypothesis H for which H of X not equals to C of X. Whenever the hypothesis of these instances is equals to target function of these instances, then only we can go. Otherwise, remove that one. Means if H of X not equals to C of X, then remove that one from the version space. Okay, and the output of the hypothesis will be represented in the version space. This already we had discussed in yesterday class. Okay, here we went with the example. So we are having two different boundaries in the candidate elimination algorithm, that is general boundary and specific boundary. The general boundary will be having the general specifications of a question mark, means whatever may be the conditions. And the specific boundary will be having the specifications of the null values. Okay, so this is the initialization part, means the first part of your candidate key algorithm. So this is the first part of your candidate G algorithm. Initialize G to the set of maximally general hypothesis in H. And initialize S to the set of maximally specific hypothesis in H. Okay, so here you will be having the general hypothesis and also the specific hypothesis. Okay, so for each training example D, so here the training examples we are taking, we will be representing the training examples as a D. If D is positive, remove from G any hypothesis inconsistent with D. Now for each hypothesis S in S means a specific function that is not consistent with D, remove S from S. Means the specifications are going to change to the generic, that is the meaning. Add to S all minimal generalizations H of S such that H is consistent with D and some member of D is more general than that of the H. Means, take for example, if you are having high and if you are having here the medium, then what we are going with, we are going to specify the general function but not the specific functions. Okay, so if the D is a negative example, here in our example only one negative example, that is the player is not satisfied. All the other three examples are the positive examples. For the three examples, we will be going with this one. And for the negative example, we will be implementing this one. So what is this? In the yesterday class itself, we implemented that one. Again, I am giving the specifications. So general boundary, all question marks. Specific boundary, all null values. Iteration 1, this sunny, warm, normal, strong, warm, same. And when G1 comes, it is all general specification. Why? Because we didn't have any change in the values. So G1 value is also all question marks, but specification exists here. Specification exists here. What is the specification? Sunny, sky is sunny, right? Air temperature is warm. Humidity is normal. Yes or no? So strong, warm, same. This is the first iteration result. This is related to the positive result. Here, there is no change. Why? Because here the player is going to get satisfied. There are no previous hypothesis representations for this one. As this is the first hypothesis representation, it will be having the specific representations. It will be having the specific representations, not the general representations. Okay. So the next iteration, X2, sunny, warm, high, strong, warm, same. Okay. So when it comes to the G2 value, there is no change in the G2 value. Why? Because here also, according to the instances that has happened, all these will be coming under the general, may be changed. Okay. But when I go with the specifications, with S1, yes, sunny, no change, warm, yes, warm. But when I come to the third one, normal, but here I am having high. Here I am having high. So normal, high. So what I can represent? I can go with the general specification. That's why I kept here the question mark. The question mark. Right. All other things, strong, warm, same. So there is no change in the representations. Have you understood? So this is the result of the iteration to S2 value and G2 value. Next, we will be coming to the G2 value representations, means the next speed, so that it will be easy for you. X3 value is rainy, cold, high, strong, warm, change. Here we are representing the S3 value, sunny, warm, question mark itself, strong, warm, same. Why I am representing here the same thing as that of S2 means, this is a negative example. This is negative training example, right? So in the negative training example happens, whatever may be the specific conditions that are met in the previous example, the same specific conditions are going to be represented in the negative examples of B. Okay, so S3 is having the same values as that of the previous specific conditions of the H. And here the G3 will be represented specific generally, that is for the first instance, sunny, all the other 5 are question mark. For the second instance, sunny question mark and warm represented, and all the other 4 are question mark, right? And for the third instance, when I go with that one, in the third instance, I will be having what I will be having. All the things are question mark. The reason is here the third parameter is not represented. It is already generic in nature. The third parameter is already generic in nature. So we can not go with the specifications. So G3 value is going to change. And you will be getting this G3 value from the G2 value. The next one. So this is the result of the previous iteration, specific iteration of a third training example, and general specifications of a training example, a negative training example. Negative training example I can do. Okay. So in the iteration 4, X4 equals to sunny, warm, high, strong, cool, change. Okay. So here the S4 exists. The S4 is having change. Same sunny, warm, question mark is not going to change as we went with the general. Okay, and strong as it is, but there is a change with the warm, cool. So I will be representing the question mark and same change. So again question mark. Again question mark. Okay. So this is the specific specifications of the example 4. S4 sunny, warm, question mark, strong, question mark, question mark. And in the general specification, what is going to happen? Sunny, all the other 5 are question marks, right? Question mark, warm, all the other 4 are question mark. All the other 4 are question mark, right? So like this, you will be getting these ones from the G3 values. You will be getting G4 from the G3 values. Can any one of you say what will be the next one? What will be in the G4? What will be the next parameter representations in G4?
All are question marks.
All question marks. All are question marks. Yes or no? In the next specification?
First 3 are question marks, ma'am.
First 3 are question
And
marks.
last 2 are question marks.
Yes, strong, and the last 2 values are question mark. And what about the other 2?
All are question marks.
Yes, all are question marks. So the G4 is going to change depending on the G3 values. Depending on the G3 values. Okay, so this is the representation. This is the representation that we got from the G3 value. From the G3 value. Okay, so this is related with the S4 specifications of the 4th training example. Sunny, warm, question mark, strong. This is the example which we got here. The same. Sunny, warm, question mark, strong, question mark, question mark. Okay. So we got the functionalities like this. The functionalities like this. And the resultant will be represented in a generic way like this. Okay. Another thing. If the training examples, whatever you got, is having errors, then how you are going to represent? If the training examples you got itself is containing errors, then what is going to happen? Any one of you? If the training example you got is having errors, okay. In the question paper, if you got the wrong question, what is going to happen? External question paper, if you got the wrong question, what is going to happen?
We'll leave the question, ma'am.
Huh?
We'll leave the question.
Are you going to leave the question?
At least you can attempt it, ma'am.
Are you going to leave the question? Yasin?
Of course, ma'am.
No, we are going to attempt the question. What is the reason for attempting that question? We are going to attempt that question. What is the reason for attempting? Others can also answer.
We'll get full marks, ma'am, if the question is wrong.
We will be getting the marks. We will be getting the marks. But remember, in autonomous colleges, it's not possible. Why? Because the question papers will be taken from the question banks itself. Okay, so it's not possible. Maybe it is possible in your 10th class or in your intermediate. Okay. Now, we had taken one example, 4 examples with the different parameters, and all the things are correct, but because of some mistake we did, that is, we made the second example as no. Second example as no. What when we give the wrong example or wrong result for the training example, so what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Yesterday example I will be taking. So already I am having 10 chocolates. I shown 10 chocolates to everyone. Okay. And I told one of my best friend to take any one chocolate among that. She select means you will be thinking that girls will be having only girlfriends. Of course, I'm having all boyfriends. She selected one chocolate from that, and she told that I will take the chocolate afterwards. Keep that one with you itself. Keep that one with you itself. So what I did, oh, she is my friend itself. She will be taking the same chocolate, no problem. So I will be keeping all the chocolates at the same location. And went out. And I intimated my other classmates to take the chocolates according to their interest. So what is going to happen? What is going to happen? She may get the chocolate, she may not. Yes or no? Maybe the other classmates of mine is interested to have the same chocolate itself. So what they did, they took the chocolate. They took the chocolate. So what is going to happen? My training example is going to fail. My example is going to fail. The reason is I am not in a position to give the same chocolate, which is my friend's favorite chocolate to her. Right. So in these circumstances, what is going to happen? When the training example means it may contain some errors. So what is going to happen is my question. If the data set, whatever taken by you is having some errors, so what is going to happen? You will be developing your system by using the same data set itself. Say yes or no. What is going to happen? Any one of you? Yeah, you can tell any one of you. I'm asking. Any one of you can give the example for this. Do you know or you don't know? Okay. Okay. So if the training set is having some what we will be calling errors, it is going to affect our hypothesis. It is going to affect your hypothesis. Take for example, the person who is doing the financial accounting, if they forget to keep 1 0 on the rightmost side of the numbers, what is going to happen? It will be totally changing the decisions of the organization. Yes or no? In the same way, whatever the examples we are taking, they must have the correct data. If the data contains some errors, it is going to have the changes affected on the hypothesis, and the same is going to have the result in the maintenance of the system. Means we cannot develop properly. So the same example, what is going to happen if you change the result or the output of the second example x2. So the general boundary is question marks, specific boundary is null values, and in the iteration 1, x1 equals to sunny, warm, normal, strong, warm, same. So no change. The same result you are going to get. And in the iteration 2, what is going to happen? Here, sunny, warm exists, normal exists that has been replaced with high. Normal exists that has been replaced with high. So what is going to happen to the general boundary or the general specification means question mark, instead of high, you will be having change in the normal. And all other three are question mark representation. Why? Because as they specified that the player is not satisfied with the other conditions. Whatever may be these conditions, there is change only in these values. So in the general specifications, I represented normal. So the user is not satisfied with this. The user is not satisfied with this. So I am going with the general specifications, and my specific specification is also going to have the same representation as that of a sunny, warm, normal, strong, warm, same. The reason is because of this small change, as the user is not satisfied, I will be changing only that particular condition and give the chance for the user to get satisfied with the problem that has been raised. Okay, so the specification is going to change and it will be equals to the same as that of the example 1. And in the iteration 3, you will be having the same representation. Why? Because iteration 2 and iteration 3 are not satisfying the user. As iteration 2 and iteration means example 2 and example 3 is not satisfying the user, we will be having the same output. We will be having the same output. That is S3, sunny, warm, normal, strong, warm, same. Even the other conditions changed also, that is not going to be considered. So this will be having more and more effect on the hypothesis writing. Okay, so whenever we are going with the general to specific, if there are any errors in the training examples, it is going to affect to our boundary values. When the boundary values changes, automatically the decisions are going to change, which will be having the effect on our code. Okay, so while taking the training examples, first of all, we had to check whether there are any errors. The manual checking is not possible. So what we will be doing, we will be writing the testing testing code to test the data. Right. So this is what we will be having S3, the same thing as that of S1. Check here. S3 is the same values as that of S1. The same value. There is no change. Means S2 is having change, S3 is having change, but the same result you got. The same result you are going to take as the input for the next iteration for the example 4, sunny, warm. Here you are having high, strong, cool, change. Okay. So what are the values you are going to get is empty. Why? Because it is totally violating the rules and regulations of our conditions. So it will be getting the empty values. So the general specification will be question mark normal. With only one condition, we cannot execute our project or we cannot make the system to listen to our words. That's why the specifications for the fourth one and general specification for the fourth example will be the empty values itself. Right. So with this, most probably we completed the algorithms. Okay, so here in this unit we came to know the finders algorithm and candidate elimination algorithm. Okay, so this is related to the, but in textbook they're represented in a different way. Don't get worried. Okay, now some of the concepts are pending from the first unit itself. We will be going through those concepts. All right. Whatever I told, the same is the algorithm. This is the same algorithm that I represented in the previous slides also, but here you are having the clear information. The textbook terminology is followed here. Okay, means our Tom Mitchell. This is the textbook. Machine learning by Tom M. Mitchell. You can see here, Tom M. Mitchell. So the soft copy is available. Oh, okay, I will be sending the soft copy. So the terminology is different, but whatever the concept I explained is totally related to the same concept. Terminology means somewhere, some locations, they represented X, they represented H, but in our examples, we represented those ones as the general specific. That is the only difference, but entire theoretical concepts are the same. The examples what I represented is having the diagrammatic representation so that it will be easy for you to understand. For that sake, I took that the previous examples. If you see here also the same examples, there won't be any change in the specifications. Okay. The next concept is related to the inductive bias. Inductive bias. What is the meaning of inductive bias? What is the meaning of inductive bias? What is the meaning of bias, first of all? What is the meaning of bias? Anyone know? Bias means? Generally, we will be asking the question, that is, are you having any bias?
Problem, ma'am.
Okay, we can consider a problem, but not exactly.
Partiality, ma'am.
Afraid of? Are you afraid of? Are you afraid of? Okay, so I don't know about the what we will be telling Oxford Dictionary meaning, but bias means are you afraid of? Some means as your friend told problems, but are you afraid of the problems? We will be generally giving the terminology for the bias. Okay, so the next thing is related to the inductive bias. Means while implementing your candidate elimination algorithm, is there are any problems, or how we can say, are you feeling any difficulty in implementing these algorithms with the instances? That will be represented as an inductive bias. Inductive bias is totally concentrating on the candidate elimination algorithm, and when the target concept is not containing the hypothesis space, what is going to happen? Can we avoid this difficulty by using the hypothesis space that includes every possible hypothesis? And how this size of hypothesis space influence the ability of the algorithm to generalize to unobserved instances? These are represented. So what is this unbiased or the biased hypothesis space? What is the meaning of biased hypothesis space? Any one of you can represent this one by using our example. Okay, I will stop share this one here, and we want to have the example representation. So I am going with the previous PPT itself. So first of all, I want to have that table. I'm searching for that table where I left that. Yeah. Okay. So this is a table of what we taken 4 examples, right? So here under these examples, Already we know the 6 parameters we are using. That is sky, air temp, humidity, wind, water, and forecasting. And in the last column, we represented the whether the player enjoyed the sport or not. Right. So here, take for example, in the biased hypothesis space, if I represented the first row is not going to change sunny, warm, normal, strong. If I change the water as cool, for everything, if I change the water as cool, what are the situations you are going to come across? Sunny, warm, normal, strong, cool water. Forecast is same, there is no change. Or take for example, there is a change in the forecasting. Is it going to affect the enjoying of the sport?
No, ma'am.
Sky is sunny, air temperature is warm, humidity is normal, wind is strong, but water is cool and the forecast is change. There may be chances of change in the forecasting. Is it going to affect the player to enjoy the sport?
No, ma'am.
No. Yes. The player is going to enjoy. Yes or no? Whatever may be the climate, cool water, and whatever may be the forecasting, means same or change. They are going to enjoy. Why? Because already they are in the water. Whatever may be the type. Cool means here not deep freeze water, just cool water. Right. So the second example here we took for the biased hypothesis space is cloudy. Listen to this one. Cloudy, the sky is cloudy, air temperature is warm, humidity is normal, and wind is strong, water is cool, and forecast may change. Forecast may change. Can the player enjoy the sport?
No, ma'am.
When the sky is cloudy or sunny, there won't be much difference. Yes or no? So the player is going to change, enjoy the sport. So the enjoy sport result is also equals to yes. Next condition, that is when the sky is rainy, air temperature is warm, humidity is normal, wind is strong, water is cool, and forecast may change. Forecast may change. Is it going to affect the players' enjoyment? Sky is rainy. Sky is rainy. In that situation, are you going to show interest in playing with water?
No, ma'am.
No.
No.
So the player is not going to enjoy the sport. Okay. So this is the different condition that has been represented to have the biased hypothesis space. To specify the biased hypothesis space, here the conditions changed is sky is sunny, rainy or cloudy. Sunny, rainy or cloudy. If the sky is rainy, then only there may be chances of not showing interest to play in the water sports. Otherwise, they are going to show the interest. That is, we can change the hypothesis condition. The hypothesis condition I will be representing in the whiteboard. The hypothesis condition may change for this one. So the hypothesis condition I will be representing with the specifications. Okay, specific S2 equals to only sky I took. So for that purpose, what I can represent, whatever may be the condition, the sky may be sunny, may be rainy, or may be cloudy. Means I can go with question mark. I can go with question mark. Then what about the air temperature? The air temperature will be warm. In the example itself, we are given it is warm. Then what about the humidity? The humidity is normal. Humidity is normal. What about the wind? What about the wind? Wind is strong. And we will be getting the conditions. Water is cool and the forecast is going to change. Water is cool and forecast is going to change. Cool water, forecast change. So this is my specification for the second example represented. And if I go the same thing, for the third example also, I am getting the same thing. Why? Because there is a change in the sky itself. Only one parameter change, that is sky. So if I go with the S3 also, the same representation I am going to get. S3 equals to no change. Why? Because sky may be sunny, may be rainy, or may be cloud. Okay. So depending on these conditions, you will be having the representation. So biased hypothesis space will be concentrating or focusing on any one or two parameters which will be having the vast change in the user's decision. Here I didn't represent the S1. Why? Because S1 and S2 both are giving enjoyment for the player. But S3 is not giving enjoyment for the player. For that purpose, we are going with the specifications of S2 and S3. Okay, so this is the specification which represents the biased hypothesis space. This is concentrating on the negative example also. Negative example also. The negative example is the user not satisfied with the condition. Have you understood? This is one part of the hypothesis space, biased hypothesis space. Okay. So I will discuss the other things in the next class. Okay. So by tomorrow's class, we are going to complete the first unit. Maybe by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we are going to conclude the first unit. Okay. Is that examples? Are you understanding? Can you understand the examples which I had represented? These are
Yes.
the examples from the textbook, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So these are the examples from the textbook. Already I told you I am going to give the assignment for you. Okay. So give me some time, maybe today or tomorrow, I will be sending the assignment for you. Take 2 days of time. Give the information related to the Finder's algorithm. What are the changes? First of all, write down the hypothesis. Finder's algorithm, candidate elimination algorithm representations. Okay, so mostly by tomorrow itself I am going to give. Okay, any doubts up to here? The Finder's algorithm, candidate elimination algorithm. Have you understood the steps clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
When you implement those steps, you will be finding some problems. Then we will be having a discussion. So today is Thursday, I think. Today Thursday, right? Today is Thursday. So I will be giving the problems, 2 problems for you on tomorrow. Saturday you won't have the class. Sunday you won't have the class. Monday you are not having my class. So you will be having 3 days of time. On Tuesday, we are going to discuss about the same example. Okay, and if you are having any problems in making of the hypothesis or in writing of the finders or in identifying the candidate elimination algorithm, you can represent. We will be having a discussion, right? Say yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.